Yes, my name is River, indeed. What's your name? Beautiful, beautiful. So I see that you're here for just a conversation with me. Yes, okay. Well, as a therapist, we always like to get to know our clients a little bit better. If we're going to, help them, try and help them. So for today, our first appointment, I think it would be a very proper idea to ask you just a few questions to get to know you a lot better. And before we get into the questions, I always like to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. So could I offer you a beverage of any kind? Hot tea, hot chocolate, a cup of coffee? No? Well, if at any time you feel like you do want a beverage, just let me know, because we're here to help you and make you feel as comfortable as possible. Okay? So, next, I always, put on some candles to create a nice ambience. At the back, you can already see I have two very cute candles, and I still have some Christmas lightning hanging around, but I will lit another candle, so give me a few seconds and I'll be back. Yes, alright, so here I have my lucifers, and here I have this lovely candle which smells like green tea. Just like, it smells like herbs. It's very, very nice. So I think, this would be a very good candle for today's session. I'm gonna take the lid off. It's very beautiful. It's golden. And also the smell. It smells so good. It's like a mixture of actually herbs, but also bubblegum. I know that sounds very weird, but it has this little sweet smell. So here I have the candles. The lucifers. And I'm not the best at this, so it will probably take a few times before it'll actually go on. Like I said. Oh, second time. It's a champ. Here. Look at this. Very nice, right? Very nice. So put that aside. Here. Nice candle. I will put it here as well. Very nice, very nice. And as you see, I'm dressed comfortable because this should also feel just like a normal conversation with two people. So I have here this beautiful, cute, I don't know, actually a planner, a banner, however you like to call it. It's very cute. You see these very cute little girls and a clock. It actually looks a little bit like Alice in Wonderland, because of the clock actually. It's very cute. And inside here I have my paperwork, and I have a list of questions I'd like to get through with you today. I know this a lot, but I'm certain we'll get through it at a very nice and peaceful pace. And at the end of this questionnaire, I also feel like you will feel a lot more relaxed, as if a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, which is always nice. Very nice. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the questions, shall we? Okay, so before we get into the questionnaire, I did want to tell you that some of these questions are very simple, very easygoing. You hear them like every day, so they're not very, very hard to answer or difficult. And other questions, they are very weird, maybe even deep, as some people say, but try to answer them as truthfully as possible. And if you don't know the answer, don't hesitate to let me know, because that's also completely fine. Okay, and also I will be taking a few notes. They're not bad or anything, so don't worry if I start writing stuff down. It's just so that I will be able to remember this session and take that information into our next sessions, if you will. Okay, so first question is, what is your name? Yeah, it was just to double check, eh? So, lovely. Next question is, how are you? Yes. Next question is quite similar to the last one, but it is, how was your day today? Until this moment, how has your day been? Okay. What are you passionate about, and why are you passionate about it? Yeah, it can be quite difficult to answer this, but believe me, there are a few more difficult questions in there. Sounds lovely. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Okay. Yes, very well. What do you think or believe makes a good leader? Okay. Do you think money is important? And if you do, or if you don't mind, elaborate a little bit on the answer, please. Yes, alright. So, what makes you the happiest? That is very sweet. Probably one of the sweetest answers I have ever heard. And I have been in this game for quite some time now, so. Yeah. Lovely answer. Lovely answer. So, next question. What is the most surprising fact you have learned about yourself? Nice, nice. Yeah. Okay. And could you maybe name a surprising fact you've learned about a loved one? Okay. Yeah. I've actually never heard of such an effect, but obviously I'm not you or a loved one of yours, so what are you afraid of? And I'd like you to answer this question. Yeah, like, take a second to think about the answer, because most people say, well, I'm afraid of heights, or I'm afraid of the dark, or yeah, such an answer, that's very common. So try to answer this as truthfully as possible, and try to give an elaborate answer on this. Great. Yeah, well, I can imagine that you're afraid of that, yeah. Have you thought of any way you could overcome that fear, or how you could like control it, or in any sort of way have you dealt with it very recently? I don't know. So you have been trying, to sort of get over the fear, to say it like that. Well, that's always great. And I'm of course here, to help you in any sort of way. And if you'd like, to take me on your journey with overcoming this fear, I would be happy to help you, of course, or give you notes or tips or anything. If you like, no, I need to solve this on my own, independent, also fine. Yes, alright. Next question. What do you think your role is in this world? So, what is your role on this planet? Why are you here? So you're not sure. That's also fine. A lot of people think that, but try to, think a little bit deeper. Why do you think, you're here? What do you do in your everyday life? Maybe that gives you the answer. I don't know. See, you do know why you're here. Okay, so what do you believe is true about human nature? What is true? Yeah. And what do you think, what do you believe is something wrong about human nature? Like Jekyll and Hyde. Do you believe in such a thing? What is like the evil in us? Or don't we have any evil? Are you born evil? I don't know. Okay, yes. Next question. When it comes to your work life, how much is due to hard work and how much to the environment? Yeah, this is actually quite a difficult question. Yeah, take a quick note on that. Yes, okay, so who is your hero? Could be anyone, literally anyone. It could be the Man of Steel, it could be Supergirl, it could also be your father, your mother, your dog, I don't know. You name it. It could also be Spider-Man, whatever you like. It could be yourself. Okay. Yes, alright. So, how do you spend your time? And apart, from work, school, this session, how do you spend your time? Yeah, sort of your hobbies, yeah. Okay. So, this is a difficult question because I assume your parents are still in the picture. But this question says, what do you wish you had asked your parents before they passed away? So, if they were to pass away, what do you wish you would have asked them? What's a burning question you have for them? beautiful. Really. Whew, what a question. What a question. Well, next. What is the best and worst advice you have ever received? Now that's a question. Yeah, just start with the best. The best one. Yeah, start with the best one. The best advice you've ever received. And now the worst advice you've ever received. That where you're like, bruh, I tried it out, but it didn't work for me. Yes, alright. So, what does it mean to you to make a difference in this world? Does it mean a lot to you? Do you like not care about it? How do you feel about it? Making a difference in this world. Okay. Yes. Next question. Do you think that education is important? Do you think it is important? Do you think, we need it? And if we do you think, we need it the amount of time we have it nowadays? What do you think? Okay, so now, where is the best place in the world you've been to? And it doesn't necessarily need to be, a place far away. It could also be your bedroom, your work or school environment. It could be anything. So, I'm assuming by this answer you're a little bit of an introvert. Okay, now we have come to the last 5 questions of this questionnaire. I know it's been long, right? What are you most proud of? Sure. Yeah. So now that you know what you're most proud of, where is there room for you to improve in your life? Where's room for improvement? Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. What do you think is the most beautiful thing you've ever experienced? Oh, that does sound very beautiful, actually. Yeah, great. So how do you balance your personal and your professional life? How do you sort of balance that? How do you find a balance between, that? Great. Yeah, I can learn something from that, I guess. Yeah. And last but certainly not least, what are you most thankful for? That's a really beautiful answer. Okay, so now we have answered all the questions. Well, you have answered all the questions. I have made some very, very simple, small notes concerning your answers. And yeah, we're actually finished for today. I know it has been a short session, but I will take these answers into deep consideration. I will examine, analyze them very well, and I will make a sort of plan, a program for us to approach how many sessions. And yeah, there's just one more thing I'd like to ask you. Are there any aspects, any things in your life that you would like to discuss during our sessions? Because then, of course, because obviously, then we'll do that. Yeah? Well, of course, we can do that. Okay. Yes. Great. Perfect. So, it was my pleasure to meet you. I've taken great delight out of hearing your answers. They were really beautiful, actually. Some were also very well thought of. Most people don't do that, actually, because we do ask them, but they just take little interest. But I'm very happy to be your therapist. It was my pleasure meeting you. I would really like to thank you for taking the time to come in today. I will get immediately starting on your program, on how we'll proceed further from today, and I will call you very shortly to make the next appointment, and I'll see you in our next session. Yes? Goodbye. Bye.